doors to our house are open again.
That's right, we're back with the greatest live music, great chat and crazy games.
I'm Claire and this is Chris from 610 Repeater, the newest addition to the Our House family.
Yeah, I know I'm the newest addition, Claire, but I'm already feeling a little bit sick. Claire, you've got us upside down. Why are we upside down?
Well, it is in honour of our guest live from Down Under today. Macca, can we come down yet?
Is it Kylie Minogue?
You wish.
I do wish.
It is a Neighbours legend though. It's only Alan Fletcher, aka Dr. Carl Kennedy off of Neighbours.
Okay, great. Well, that goes right along with the kind of game I've got today. I've got an Australian themed game for you. A bit of, maybe a bit queasy for one of our lucky audience members here today.
Does sound very interesting. I'll also be speaking to guitar masher Tim Scott, as well as Manchester band Violet Youth.
All right, so let's get things underway with what we're best for. Live music, great music with the Jesus Burgers with the Mexican.
Yay! burgers with the Mexican. Masks, clown masks.
Clown masks.
What are you thinking?
I'm thinking on the way here, this guy ploughed into the back of me, and he was wearing a clown mask, and he sped off. But my neck's been a bit sore ever since.
A bit of whiplash.
Yeah, yeah.
Bit of whiplash going on. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Tim Scott, guitar. So on your way here, you genuinely have had a bit of a nightmare.
Yeah, I had a bit of a nightmare. Some guy kind of ploughed into the back of me at a set of traffic lights.
And you've got a lovely car as well, haven't you?
Yeah, I was like...
Not the Porsche.
Yeah, the guitar mashing Porsche has been mashed. It's sacrilege. I was so angry, I went, yeah, you fucking bastard, you're stupid! Yeah.
Yeah.
You calm now.
Calm
You calm now. That's
I'm
cool.
feeling
That's
better.
cool. I'm wearing your lovely t-shirt today.
I
as
know,
well,
it's
just
wicked,
in case
that.
you know what
It is wicked.
Where can we get these t-shirts from?
You can get them on the website, which is timscott.co.uk.
Cool.
Or you can break into my house and steal them, because that's all I have to wear through the week usually.
Yeah, you've got an interesting house, but we'll talk about that later. So for people that don't know Tim Scott, sell yourself to me. So I know that you play guitar, but it's in a kind of different way.
Yeah, I specialise in doing instrumental guitar. I started off a couple of years ago by releasing my first album called Bald on the Inside, which got into the top 200 sellers list in Borders and got good national press reviews. And through that I got to work with Radio 1 DJ Judge Jules and ended up writing a track for his first solo album.
Mm-hmm.
Since then I've played out in Ibiza with him live for Radio 1, doing sort of guitar mashing live, which is a sort of thing I learned when I started playing guitar in the clubs and started sort of experimenting with playing or making up tunes that went with a sort of DJ set, and got into doing a bit of work with Jules through that, and then sort of the idea of my latest album, which I released this year, called Guitar Mashing, was born through the idea of kind of playing over sort of DJ sets but writing unique music, if you see what I mean, rather than mashing two pieces together. It's writing two unique pieces of music and kind of mixing and mashing styles, you see what I mean, but adding sort of dance and sort of modern twist to the instrumental.
So when you're out in Ibiza, do you actually go on stage with your guitar, or is it already pre-recorded? How's it?
No. It's all live on the hoof. So basically, I'm stood in the DJ booth with Jules, say, and I play my pink sparkly Guitar Delights, which you will have seen on last week's show.
I love that guitar. Where did that come about?
I had the guitar, and I thought I knew I was going to be doing the Radio 1 weekend. I thought I need to do something special to get remembered, because I knew it'd be filmed and it'd be like on. I think it was filmed by MTV, Dance and stuff like that, and then a few other foreign channels and stuff like that. So to stand out, I got this Telecaster which I had, which was like an old man's guitar. It was like sort of tobacco sunburst, and just a sort of standard 50s guitar. I took it to a guy called Martin Sims, who does like people like Steve Vai's guitars, Matt Bellamy's guitars, and had it pimped out with. I'm like, pimp my guitar. It's like so it's now sparkly pink. It's got a mirrored scratch plate and lights in the fingerboard, lasers in the end, like
So
Predator.
when you're playing it actually lights up, doesn't it?
It does. Looks wicked in a club with a smoke machine. It's like.
So that's what we can expect from your Ibiza shows.
Yeah, Jules described it as a, what do you call it, a masterpiece of 70s glam camp.
I just want to point out your shoes as well, speaking of camp.
I know.
How beautiful are them shoes? Where'd you get them from?
I can't say because it's a high street shop and you're not promoting them, but they are special shoes. They're very special shoes actually, because obviously you know when you're out in a club and you want to check whether someone's wearing underwear or not, if they're wearing shorts, you're just like It's a bit like, you know, when you're a kid at school with the mirror on the ruler, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Hey?
That's what you told me earlier. You told me the story about you with the mirror and the ruler and Mrs. What was her name? What teacher?
Oh, no.
Perverts.
No.
So we know you do your Ibiza stuff. What do you do over here? Do you do gigs or anything like that?
I do some gigs with my own stuff, sort of guitar mashing stuff, and sometimes I play sort of gigs alongside DJs as well.
Yeah.
Most of the stuff I've been doing, my own stuff, has been sort of corporate events or sort of private events. I've not really been doing any sort of promotional tours with it yet. Hope to, perhaps later in the year. See what goes on.
Have you got any video coming out this year as well?
Yeah, I've got a video for the track called Ibiza's Secret Garden, which is track 2 on the album. It was the biggest selling so far on iTunes. And also it's the one that Jules remixed for his latest album. So he took the melody from that, remixed in the track, I'm trying to think what it's called, City Rockers. Marcus Twiddle edit from his album Bring the Noise. So when he was making that album, he picked one of the tracks to remake into an instrumental track for his album. So
and he makes a bit of a cameo as well in the video.
Yeah, he does. He does. Well, we're like this, me and Jules.
I want to throw it open now to our guests over here. Any guys got any questions for Tim today?
Where do you get your influences from?
I was probably sort of really inspired by people like Joe Satriani, Steve Vai, Jeff Beck. But later on I really got into sort of pop and dance and stuff like that, and all the sort of big trance anthems and that kind of thing. And it was really strange how I did this. My first album was compared to Vai and Satriani and all that kind of thing. It's quite rocky, and then the latest album's a total mashup of kind of dance and kind of really clever guitar, but done in a very sort of commercial twist, having work with Jules and stuff like that. But I suddenly needed to go to Ibiza and start dancing. I don't know what I think I heard some tunes on the radio and I was saying I want to go there, I want to dance to one. I remember seeing Jules and a year later I was working with him, which is crazy, because I went to his club night. It was the first club night I went to in Ibiza. I didn't know him, and a year later I was in his studio. It's mad, really.
Yeah. Well, you've been a great interview today. Thank you so much for joining us.
It's been a
Ladies and
pleasure. It's been really
gentlemen,
great.
big cheer, Tim Scott. And now over to Steve, where he went to see a Guinness World Record event take place. 600 drummers in one venue. Let's see how Steve got on.
There are much better drummers than me in the world, and a lot of them have gathered here in Salford today for a very, very special charity record attempt. Let's find out a little bit more about it, shall we?
Tickets to MS is an event that we're putting on for the MS Society. Craig here puts on Drumfest, and put on Drumfest for the past 10 years. He heard about my idea for Stick It to MS, beating a world record, and it's 600 drummers in an arena. Yeah, let's do it. 600 drummers, £100 each, £60,000 to the MS Society.
Right now, there's about 10 people drumming! Imagine what it's going to be like with 600!
Funnily enough, I actually know the guy that's going to be doing the comparing, John Thompson. I was actually around his house taking the gazebo down at the time, and he let me know about it, so I actually know about the boys drummer, so I got him involved. He got the Verve drummer involved, and it's all gone from there really. So today is the first day that we've sort of met up, got together and had a little bash, as you've heard.
No, it's a great thing. It's for now sort of lots of things like this to be involved in these kind of charities. How they can use people in bands and in the music business to sort of generate some interest. I think it works wonderful. I think it's so good.
It's a chance also for young drummers to get involved with professional drummers that are doing what I do and Don does for a living. So I think all round it's just a good feel-good cause to get involved on and to break the record. And no doubt the US will try and top us next year. So the more drummers we get, the better, really.
everyone. Big round of applause for Tim again. So my guests on the sofa now are a young band, Violet Youth, not Violent Youth. 2 members. Give us a quick introduction, guys.
I'm Scully from Violent Youth.
I'm Phil from Violet Youth.
So do you get that a lot, the Violet thing?
We've been put on a few metal nights before.
Yeah.
It's not really gone down well.
So we're missing a couple of members today. Who's missing and why?
Joe on bass and Animal on drums.
Is he actually called Animal?
It's got Steve. Steve is in bed. And Joe.
Hangover?
No, just
right.
No, it's too much Legend of Zelda.
Yeah.
As rock and roll as that. Yeah.
And Joe's in his lovely day job. So.
Well, it's great to have you on. We've seen you on the Our House YouTube doing your acoustics. So tell me like what you're about, where you're from, how you got together.
There's a story about. Yeah, I basically decided to put on a night in a venue and booked a band playing acoustic thing, and they dropped out. And they decided that it'd be a good idea, to replace it, and they suggested Phil. And then, we did the show, got on, and whatever. And then a couple of weeks later, I had a band already, and our lead singer had dropped out, and I met Phil on a train, on the way to somewhere, and we just said, "Do you want to join a band?" basically. And yeah,
A week later, we were practicing. 2 weeks after that, we had our first gig.
yeah, which went down amazingly.
Where do you generally gig? Is it Stockport,
We
Manchester?
try and do everywhere really. We've just recently, our last one was in London, so we try and travel around a bit.
Yeah.
But mainly Manchester, Stockport,
Yeah.
anywhere else.
What was the London audience like? Are they any different?
Well, there wasn't really an audience, to be honest.
They're a bit different in the fact that they're not there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's more people here today than there was in London.
We got 4 people from Canada who were walking past to come in and watch us, and they were quite
Cool.
enthusiastic about it. They were loving it. But yeah, they didn't exist.
So what are your roles in the band?
I'm lead guitar and backing vocal.
I try and sing and try and write songs.
Cool.
Pretty much how it
Rhythm
works.
guitar as well.
Yeah,
So-
rhythm guitar, yeah, I pretend.
I'm always dead curious when bands come together. How do you kind of decide who's the songwriter? Do you all do it together, or do you all?
Well, with us, we all started writing a lot of stuff together, and then when we realised that I was better than them, we sort of faded them out a little bit. No, I don't know, we just sort of, it happened, like, I'll write a song in my bedroom or something, and then I'll play it to Phil, and then he'll go, "Oh, it's alright," and then we'll sort of work on it from there.
So have you got anything recorded at the minute, or have you got anything coming out? Or?
Yeah, well, we've got like tracks, all tracks on the MySpace, but we're recording an album, full album, like 8 tracks. That should hopefully be out by the end of the year, depending on money-wise and getting it out.
We've decided to put it out ourselves.
Yeah.
Either really clever or really stupid, but we'll find out.
Yeah.
And you've got an absolutely massive gig coming up in Manchester very soon, haven't you?
Yeah, it's a big event. You may have heard of it, Gay Pride.
No.
Manchester Pride. Yeah, we've been put on the bill there. Not a clue who else is playing, but
Yeah.
No. Oh, we might be in an alleyway somewhere. We're not too sure.
never
So
know.
you've not been given the venue or anything just yet?
We're
or?
on an outdoor stage somewhere.
Yeah.
But we tend to get drunk when we organise things. So I'm not. Yeah.
Do you know which night you're going to be on? Or
We're on the Bank Holiday Monday.
Right.
It's 31st of August.
Yeah.
So that's obviously going to be massive for you. Are you looking forward to it?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
looking
yeah.
forward to it.
We always enjoy playing in Manchester anyway.
Yeah.
And it'd be nice to play outdoors for once.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
So if I want to hear your music, where can I look?
MySpace, myspace.com/Violet Youth Music. Violet Youth.
Yes. Or you can maybe bump into us somewhere if we've got an acoustic guitar and we'll play a song.
You've got a couple of drinks down you. And
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Well,
do anything
basically
for a
we
couple of
sat
drinks.
with a hat so people can donate to people.
It's how the best bands start, though, isn't it?
Exactly, you got to find your way around it.
Right, what I want to do now is say hi to Chris over there in the audience. Hello.
Right, I've got a game to announce. I've got my trusty cameraman Ben in the lounge. How you doing, Ben? You all right?
Very good, thank you.
Good stuff. Ben, you still feeling a little bit sick from being a bit upside down? You still a bit starstruck from Carl Kennedy?
I think I need a sick bag, to be honest.
You need a sick bag, but you're going to need a sick bag for this game we've got. Anyway, shh, don't tell them that. Got a fantastic game to play, guys. Who's is up for a little bit of an Australian-themed Bush Tucker trial? Who have we got involved? What about yourself, sir?
Yeah, I'll step up to the...
One man straight away without even knowing. That's fantastic. Clap for the man.
Go on,
You fancy it.
really fancy it at all, no.
You don't really fancy it at all, but can I wing you into it?
You'll have to then.
After he's in, he's in!
Thanks, Chris.
Join you later when we see this lot, but back to Claire just to say bye to the band.
Thank you very much, Chris. And I want to say thank you guys, you've been great. Lift big chair, please.
Well, it's a great honour for me on our house to introduce our very first web chat interviewee live from Down Under in Australia. It's Alan Fletcher, aka Carl Kennedy off of Neighbours. Carl Kennedy, Alan Fletcher, you are a legend. Thank you so much for coming on our house.
It's a pleasure. I'm loving being in your house. I can see your house as I sit here, and it looks pretty untidy. But,
Where's your dog gone?
oh, they're both here. They're starting to fight. Lola, come here. Come on, kitty. Come and say hello. Here we go. Oh. Lola!
Yay! So thank you
There's
for
another one
joining.
running around. There's young Teddy's running around over there, but he's a bit camera shy tonight. He's decided to lie down.
Oh, so Alan, how long have you been on Neighbours now?
15 years, 15 wonderful years. I've loved every minute of that. I've been active for 30 years, and 32 years, and on Neighbours for 15 of them. So it's kind of getting a bit weird. I do other things besides Neighbours all the time, but it just feels like going home every time I go to work.
So you've no plans of leaving us then?
Well, no, I've just actually had a letter from the bosses saying that they would like me to be there until September next year, which is nice. So at least another year, at least through 2010, I'll be on the screens.
Yeah, that's great.
Alan, can I just ask you, is Susan as good looking in real life? I always had a crush on her as a kid.
Well, a lot better actually.
Really? No.
Yeah, no, the television doesn't do her justice at all. She's gorgeous.
Fantastic.
So you have been Dr. Carl Kennedy for 15 years. What's your favourite Carl Kennedy moment?
Oh goodness me, there's a lot of those. I think, in fact, I'm just going to reach up and bump him and grab a picture.
Yeah.
Which I'll show you. One second. Just hanging in my office here is a picture. I'll try and get the clear off of Carl, Sarah, and Susan.
I remember that. Oh, nasty Sarah.
I think my favourite moment on Neighbours has to be the moment when Susan found out about Sarah, and she slapped Carl so hard that it's a miracle his head didn't come off. I'll never forget that moment as long as I live. And I have a very funny photograph in my archives. After we'd shot the slap, that all the crew lined up behind Susan to all have a turn. It was an amazing moment, amazing scene. Jackie was in a state of incredible agitation playing Susan. So it was, very, very, probably the strongest moment I've ever had on the show.
Oh, well, my favourite part of Carl Kennedy was when you brought Harold Bishop back to life when he didn't want to be. But he's obviously leaving. How do you feel about that?
Oh, look, there is no bigger legend on Neighbours than Harold. But he was ready to go. And personally, he was of an age where he really wanted to rest and enjoy his retirement. So, in a sense, it was bittersweet. I knew it was what Smithy wanted, and he was enjoying the fact that he was going to go and rest and relax with his wife and also retire. But bitter in the sense that he was a guy that had been around for every second that I'd ever been at work, and one of the greatest characters that's ever graced the screen.
Oh, that's lovely. Yeah. You're not just known as Carlo, are you? You're Alan Fletcher, musician. You've got a special announcement for us, haven't you?
I'm coming over. I'll be touring again, and this will be my 6th tour actually in October. I start October the 2nd. I believe I'm starting at Liverpool. At the Guild, and I'll be all over Wales and England, hopefully Scotland, not too sure about Ireland, once again for 2 weeks.
Are you coming to Manchester?
Well, I hope so. You're right. Because Manchester, of course, was a big. Manchester was a big place for me. I'm going to get another piece of tat for you from my office. I'm not really into self-glorification, but behind this thing here.
Oh, he's breaking everything.
This was on my door at in Manchester when I did Superstar. I had the most wonderful time in Manchester doing that show because I got to stay in the city for about 2.5 weeks. So I really got to know Manchester properly and had a wonderful time.
I'd like to introduce you to our cameraman, Ben. Say hello, Ben. Hello. Ben came to see you live. How long ago was it?
I can't remember. Is it the walkabout in Manchester?
In Manchester, probably about 3 years ago now.
I think so.
And he said it was madness. He said that everyone had a fantastic night. It was sold out. So what can people expect?
The whole foray into music is not. It's never been about me trying to say to the world, I'm the next Kylie Minogue. Because I'm
hot pants.
My gigs are party time, and of course we do a lot of covers. And I love my great love is indie Brit music in particular, and some of the stuff out of the US. So we play a lot of Kaiser Chiefs, we play a lot of Killers, we play a lot of Razorlight. We also delve around with a bit of Oasis and so forth. As well as playing some of our songs, the Waiting Room songs. We put out our first album quite a few years ago and also released a live album from our gig here in Melbourne. So for those fans who haven't actually seen the show, they can actually get the live album and experience the vibe of it.
Fantastic.
It's a lot of fun. We released a single last year, which has done really well on iTunes, actually. I'm really pleased with it. And it's just fun. We're recording at the moment and this is just a wonderful time in my life to go out and explore this stuff.
A little bit more credible than the Stephen Dennis stuff of it. That'll make you feel good and all that kind of thing.
The really fascinating. Steph, of course, is a really close friend of mine, and recently at our gig, which is every Monday at the Elephant and Wheelbarrow Hotel here in St Kilda, where all the Neighbours bands come on a Monday to listen to music and meet the stars. Stephen's been getting up and having a sing with my band as well. So. And he's showing everybody just how fine
Brilliant.
it is. So, it's the whole. He laughs about that time. We've watched the video clips of him
with his leather jacket.
Yeah.
And it probably hasn't dated all that well, but at the time, of course, for one shining moment there, he was a big star. So it was. He's happy with that, and he laughs about it now.
Fantastic.
So if we want to buy tickets for your gigs, where can we go?
Well, you'll just have to. What I can say to people this stage, because we haven't announced all the venues yet, they're still booking. But I'd love people to come to my website and have a dance around. And you can link through to the Waiting Room website, have a look at where the dates are, and I'll be keep people updated. And of course, if people are subscribed to my website, in a few weeks' time, I'll be releasing Waiting Room music free to subscribe. So, I'd love you to dance along to alanfletcher.net and join up and be part of the team, and I'll keep you up to speed.
That's
great,
brilliant.
Fantastic. So we just log on alanfletcher.net.
That's the one, and you can go have a bit of fun. You can see some old video clips where Susan and I played brother and sister in a show about 25 years ago.
Wait, that sounds a bit wrong. Sounds a bit wrong now. That's
a bit of fun with that, and it's a fun place to go because it does have a lot of aspects of my acting as well as my music, and then you can dance across the Waiting Room side, and as I say, get a bit of free music if you want it, and find out everything there is to go on.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Can't wait to see you, hopefully here in Manchester. Should be fantastic.
Yeah, well, I'd be disappointed if there wasn't a Manchester gig. So, but if anyone wants to ring the union and say, "Why haven't you booked me yet?"
Yeah. We'll see what we can do.
Nice one.
So you've been a fantastic guest. Thank you so much for joining us on our house.
Yeah, thank you very much.
It's a great pleasure, guys. I've loved being here, and call me anytime.
Yay!
Brilliant.
Thank you, everyone.
Do you like games? And would you like to win some games? Well, this week we're giving away 2 Nintendo DS games courtesy of our friends at GameStop in Stockport. This week we've got Rune Factory and Grand Theft Auto Chinatown Wars. To win these 2 games, all you need to do is answer this simple question. We've just spoken to Alan Fletcher, who plays Dr. Carl Kennedy in Neighbours. We need you to tell us what is the name of Dr. Carl Kennedy's wife. If you know the answer, send it to mail@ourhouse-manchester.co.uk. Don't forget to include your name, age and address. The winner will be picked at random and we'll get in touch with you soon.
Alright, so welcome to this week's game. 2 fantastic, lucky contenders this week. Okay, contender number 1. What's your name? Where'd you come from?
DJ Howie, Denton.
DJ Howie from Denton. Everybody, DJ! Contender number 2. What's your name? Where'd you come from?
Alan, and a family far too respectable to be doing things like this.
Well, that's it, everybody. It's got Alan, yes!
Very brave contestant.
Very brave, Claire, very brave. Okay, so we have a complete race for you this week. What we got to do, guys, we've got an eating challenge to go with the Australian theme. We've all seen the Bush Tucker trials that they've done on the famous ITV programme. So what we're going to do, first round, you've got 5 things to eat. Round number 1, we've got to eat, 5 of these lovely, lovely worms. Look at them there. Apparently they've got a lovely crunchy barbecue taste.
5.
We're going to eat 5 of them each. Okay, so we'll just put them down in front of you. There's 2, 3.
Can I have 6, please? They look yummy.
4, 5. There we go. Okay, any more? There's 2, 3, 5. Right? First one's to eat that. Then we move on to round number 2, where we have 2 of these delicious deep-fried crickets. So here we go. 2 crickets on there, and 2 crickets on there. After that, and this, boys, this is going to make you really, really hungry. Wait to see this one, right? We've got some of these lovely giant toasted ants. Now, these are one of the largest species of ants in the world. If you can see them there, right? Once you see one of these, look, they've got loads of that yummy goodness in the back sack there. Do they look good? Do they look good? Smell
Yeah,
them,
I've had some before. I've had a slightly better.
Yeah, nice, yummy.
They're the cheap.
So what we're going to do?
Them ones.
We're going to have. We're going to have 4 of them each. 4? Yeah. So there's 1, 2, 3, and then we'll take that one away. There's that, and then 4 for you. So that's 1, 2, 3.
Oh, I'm
and then
sorry.
Have you one? Yeah,
Have you seen the size of the arse on that?
Yeah, look at that, look at that. Come on, point them out, point them out.
I'm a leg
Look at
man
it.
myself.
Look.
Well, can I just point out as well that apparently these have got aphrodisiac qualities.
Better
to
watch
them,
yourself,
so, you
there,
know.
Claire. Better watch yourself, Claire.
Becky, I'll be on
Just an
soon.
extra incentive.
Right, so the winners of when we all get through to these, after every round, we need you to turn to Claire, show your empty mouth, then turn to camera, show your empty mouth. You do the same to me. After you've done the 2 things, do the same, obviously, empty mouth, turn to camera, yeah. Once we've done that, we get to the final round, and that is to eat a scorpion. Ooh. Okay, so whoever gets there first and eats a scorpion is obviously declared the winner. Right. The winner then has a blindfold challenge. Now, you can either take the blindfold challenge or you can pass it over. It's up to you when we actually get there. So, shall we go for this, Claire?
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Okay, everybody
Should we give
clear
it a
on the
countdown,
rules?
everyone?
Okay, 3,
2,
1, go! He's gone from all the one. He's already done it. He's behind.
DJ Howie's in the lead.
He's chewing him nicely. Tastes nice. What did he taste like? He's gone. He's gone. He's gone.
He's
Oh,
Scorpions.
He's got the scorpion. He's in the scorpion. He's done it. Hey! Go on, just have one of the ants. Go on, have one. You never had one.
I'm alright, actually.
Go on, have an ant. Go on. Go on, what did it taste like? Aphrodisiac. Come on.
Aphrodisiac.
That's really lovely, though. That's what the problem is, mate.
Hey!
Hey! Chew it!
No! Gone. Right, so we've got a clear winner here. DJ Howie.
Proof that DJ Howie will put anything in his mouth.
Okay, Howie, what do you want to do? We've now got the blindfold challenge. The blindfold challenge here is this mystery pot. Okay, so what you're going to do, you're going to have to eat it.
Yeah.
So you can do it yourself, blindfolded.
I'm aware of that, yeah.
Or you can pass it over.
Oh,
Remember what you've just eaten. This is 10 times worse.
What are you thinking?
I'll give you a clue, it's a bit squidgy.
What are you thinking this time?
It is a bit squidgy.
A wee bit squidgy. Big and fat and squidgy, that's what I'm saying.
I might pass it over.
He's going to pass it over. He passes it over.
I've come here and I've had a really great
Really good
time.
day. Everyone's their own.
I've had a
Everyone's their
really
own
good
now.
time.
Take your prize going.
And I'm happy with what prizes I've had, and I'm quite full now. I've had the aphrodisiac, and I feel like getting back home to the missus now, you know what I mean? And
He's
all
on his
that, carry
way.
on. So I'm going to pass it on now, so, you know, let
He
someone else
passes
have
it
a chat,
over.
you know what I mean? Let someone else have a chat. Very sporty.
Blindfolders.
I'm very much looking forward to my dessert.
Can you see?
No. Just before we begin.
You need to lift it up a little bit.
Yeah,
So you can breathe.
yeah. Can you pass the salt?
Right. So, we're not going to reveal this, everybody. Look at this here, what we've got. Look at the squidginess on that. Right, are you ready? After 3, everybody. 3.
Where is it?
Open wide.
Whoa, 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 whoa! Whoa.
Want to put it in your hand first? Want to put it in your hand? Okay, just feel that squidgy around.
Oh,
A bit cold. Yeah? 3, 2, 1, go!
I think I may have been
Is that the best one? Is that the best one yet? No, it was disgusting. Not having it. Brilliant. Okay, everybody. Right, that wraps up our great show.
I just want to thank Howie and you for eating all of that. That's amazing. I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't even pick one of them
I
up the
wouldn't
other
do it.
day.
No. So,
Go on.
We've had a fantastic show, and thank you to everyone that's taken part today, including Dr. Carl Kennedy, Tim Scott, our pilot youth.
That just leaves us to say join us next week for exactly the same fun and frolics, more live music.
I like these ones.
And on we go.
Yesterday I saw a pale imitation of myself, arms open wide, waiting to confide in someone else. These confessions we adopt as second nature, can't you see? They'll never contain an apology. And if we let them win, we can't even think where to begin. And if you see her, then please let her know that I need her so. Yesterday I saw a friend of yours down the street. We stopped and stared as our eyes they glared in unity. She asked me how I'd been, I guess I just passed the time. I said how are you, she said that you'd be doing fine. And if we let
And the warmth, it's so warm where I lay. There's an etching in the mirror and the lights begin to fade. They smash and they crash into the walls again. While I'm by your side, wiping teardrops in the rain. You said it felt so sure, and you've never been so secure. As we walk towards the shore, nothing said and nothing more. But I hold on to these dreams as my hope fades, so it seems that we will rise again if we're strong, my friend. And if we let them win, we can't even think where to begin. And if you see her, please let her know that I need her so. Yes, I swear I've tried. Yes, I swear I've tried.
Whistle.